Breaking news. Northern Coalition fought UN call for Nnamdi Kanu's release. The coalition of northern groups, CNG, on Friday condemned the United Nations call for the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. The coalition of northern groups, CNG, on Friday condemned the United Nations call for the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. CNG also said that the United Nations elicits shows of preference to some sections of the Nigerian society with greater base whenever matters arising from or affecting the northern part of the country are placed before it. The spokesman of the CNG's, Abdulaziz Suleiman, stated this at the press briefing in Abuja and urged the United Nations to immediately withdraw the call for the unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu from the lawful custody of the Nigerian authorities. The coalition called on the federal government to maintain the sanity, dignity, and integrity of Nigeria to defend its sovereignty by resisting and rejecting demands from any quarter. He said it is unacceptable to Nigeria and Nigerians, and in particular to the North, that the United Nations will endorse the platform and space to be used by Kanu and IPOB in promoting anarchy and campaigning for genocide in Nigeria. Demand the United Nations to direct all member nations where Kanu, IPOB, and other actors of mindless violence and separatism find comfortable cover to penetrate or an agenda that fans the embers of discord, call for war and violence in Nigeria to take action in line with their domestic laws on hate speech and international laws on war and genocide instead of accommodating them. We call the attention of the United Nations and our friends in the international community to understand that bilaterally friendships are guided by the principles of sovereignty, promotion of peace, and the standards that guide legitimate interference. Caution the United Nations that their intervention, exclamations, and actions should never be drawn to discountenance the effort of the Nigerian state to promote citizens from violence and to impose law and order. It is important to caution the United Nations to weigh the impacts and consequences of backing these perpetrators of indiscriminate violence, wanton destruction, and collective mayhem that fervently hope it will engulf the entire country and bring about another civil war, mass killings, and suffering of innocent people. By far, a destabilized Nigeria will certainly threaten the peace and security of entire sub-Saharan Africa as the most populous country on the continent and one that continues to influence peace and stability across the subcontinent. Any breakdown of law and order will only compound the security and humanitarian situations in the region, he said. The group therefore calls on the United Nations and Nigerians' international friends to join in the effort interrogating those unwarranted cases of Kanu and IPOB transmitting messages of hate and propaganda that have so far caused the destruction of many lives and property, further polarized Nigerians across ethnic, religious, and regional lines, sowing deeply a discord that will take ages to undo. According to him, let it also be clear that just like every democracy around the world, Nigeria will not allow its citizens to be threatened by either international or external aggression. These are clear provisions in Nigeria as they are under international law, both in the 1966 and other international conventions are clear on the legality of restricting violent assembly and on enforcing the law to protect the rights of others, to ensure national security, and to guarantee public safety and public order. We therefore caution that what our friends in the West will not condone under their country and citizens, they should not condone the same to be perpetrated against other people and countries. Oh my God. Now, wow. Wetin concern these people now? Why not they carry elephant for head, they look for cricket when they ground? This is, oh my God. You know that Nigerian government adopted Nnamdi Kanu unlawfully. And that is what they are talking about. Nnamdi Kanu was adopted unlawfully. If I might ask, which offense he don't commit? Is it because he said something about President Muhammadu Buhari's government trying to Islamize Nigeria? Na him be una offense. Because if you talk about destruction of properties and killing and all that, in the north, all these things they happen now, not even in the southeast. You can't even compare what is going on in the southeast. Well, what is going on in the north, in the southeast. This is unfair. You understand? Make una dey remove una mouth from matter like this to avoid issues. Nigerian governments have to obey. Nigerian government have to obey this order. Or let's say una wan remove una self for whatever. I no get plenty thing to talk for this matter. Make I drop am for here. So guys, kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Thank you very much. Bye for now.